Welcome back, Brother Gregory.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. A lot has happened since since
Yeah.
then, and a lot is fixing to happen.
Well, I must thank you. Since we posted the first interviews, I just did the count. As of today, you're over 3 million views in
Wow.
terms of all the clips and everything.
Well, people are hungry for information, and information that's not filtered through the press. The press is part of the system. I mean, Rockefeller, man, the richest people in the world, going to let the New York Times and LA print what they want to print. A bunch of unethical thugs, pimps, and whores, and they control everything. And because we, the people, hear what they tell us, and because they white folks, not black folks, even questions it, And then all at once, you all came through. 44,000 internet radios and sending information out here. You see, that's what Trump knows. And he knows there's certain things he better not say. And so you got white Americans here. I grew up in a all-black neighborhood in St. Louis. So I wasn't around the white folks, okay? And so in order to look back and see, you have to do research on, I was not around no white folks, except the good ones. I'm talking about not racist, the ones that come and collect the money or sell you something, And then when you start doing the research and you realize Sears and Roebuck was invented by a black man, And then some kind of way they bought him out. I don't mean negatively, but if you ever shopped at Sears and you get a bill, the store says Sears, but legally all the bills have to say Sears and Roebuck, or you don't have to pay them. Okay? And so who can have the time to drill into that? There's no way that all the stuff you got, Jones and them thugs don't know about it. But they scared. See, I didn't know white folks were scared. I never lived around them. I saw the movies, they weren't scared. The military. Have you asked yourself just one simple question? We're the richest country in the world. We have the mightiest research in the world. So how can we send soldiers to Vietnam, Korea, little countries that ain't got a nickel? And how our soldiers come back with all kind of syndromes? American soldiers commit suicide, 46 every day. Vietnamese is not doing it. Now, they don't have huge hospitals and research, and somebody said, wait a minute, there's something going on here we don't know about? I mean, that's real serious. But because nobody cares nothing about a veteran, not even a veteran, anytime you go kill somebody for somebody you don't know, but they're not going to send their children, and the folks that make the money is the munitions people, there's something wrong with that. The president 6 months ago signed an $80 billion check for jet planes. Now, you don't hear them on TV or radio begging for money like they do for veterans. You mean you sign an $80 billion check to the airline industry that's making planes, but the people who's been wounded, and one leg cut off, and arms cut off, and all kind of mental things, And so the closest I've come to saying, what's the difference between me and the Vietnamese? Well, if you're not Christian, if you're not no religion, growing up in America, you hear thou shalt not kill. You hear that. So I wonder, is this what makes Americans? Is that implanted there, thou shalt not kill, and they see they are killing people? I don't know. But you sit and you look and you say, hey man, something is not right about this. And then you have you know, if you look at your rich Christians in America, rich, they don't wear crosses. DuPont, Mellon, Rockefeller. The Pope don't wear crosses except when they're doing some kind of ritual. You see, I look at black folks that talk about we was here billions of years before white folks were. That means everything white folk got, they took it from you and then made it white. Made it white. If you was here, which you were. And so when you stop and think about the dinosaur, the dinosaur was here 3 billion years ago. The dinosaur, 3 billion years ago. They were bigger than mountains. But what they didn't tell you, so was the butterfly here when the dinosaur was here. And so was the turtle. The turtle was here. Turtle's still here. And so when you move from the religion that we've been trained to the real, universal force. See, the word God means power. We know about no God. That's why they call the mob the Godfather. And you ain't heard nobody complain. And so when you stop and think about the same God that made the moon and the sun and the rivers made me. So when I look at my hands, and I got 5 fingers on each hand, and it never changes. That God don't make no mistake. No mistake at all.
Well, that's one of the things that I wanted to ask you about. We didn't get around to. I mean, you speak of the universal God, the power of the universe, and I was really curious. Like, are there things that we can do to tap into that power?
We're born into it. It's like you born with $10 billion in the bank, but they told you it wasn't there. It's still there. They can't steal it. They can use it as long as you don't know you have it. You know. And then you've been duped by your parents, and they didn't know. If my mother heard me talking on a show like this, she'd call the police. And that's my mother. This is the woman that would hawk her house to put bail money up if I actually murdered somebody. So when you sit and think about, here's that universal force. That's who made your hair, not Sears and Roebuck, not Target. Do you think that God put something on you that need to be cut off? Think about that.
So why is it that so many of us are still in the dark about this?
Why wouldn't you be in the dark? You've been trained to be in the dark. Been trained. I mean, on Thanksgiving, we pray for the abundance. Now think about this for a minute. If I work for you and you pay me $1,000 a week, oh man, So one day I want to thank you. So do I give you a day for free, or do I charge you $10,000? Which one?
I guess I'd take the free day.
Yeah, I'm not asking you, guess would you take? I said, if I'm talking about you, if I want to say thanks to you,
Okay.
do I give you a day for free or do I charge you $10,000? That's a simple question. Huh? I work for free.
Okay.
So on Thanksgiving, if that's the day we pray to the universe, thanks, then why don't we not eat that day? Why do you eat more that day than you eat any other day in the year? That's all I'm trying to say. You know, I'm not here to trick you or nobody else. Huh? And you can't trick me because I started off like you. Huh? I started off as ignorant. I had ignorant mother, ignorant father. Huh? I remember one day, my brothers and sisters said to my mother, you know, Richard don't say no blessing over food. And that scared her, because she's scared of God. So she grabbed my ears. I didn't know it was her. I looked around at her, I said, bitch, you out your motherfucking mind? She said, what'd you call me? I said, I called you a bitch. Where'd you hear that? I hear Daddy call you that all the time, and you ain't never grabbed his ears. He's the one that brings women in the house. He's the one that steals the rent money. I've never. Why do I not say the blessing? The Indians taught us Thanksgiving. How many black folks do you know, including you, have ever said thanks to the Indians on that day? And so I say, wow, man, what a, is that not hard to figure out? And so 3 hours later, after my dad called all that and hit her and knocked her down, I hear him back in the back room making them strange sounds. And so I made a deal with my mother. I said, if you come down the basement and pray over what I stole, I'll come up here and pray over what you stole. I'm a better thief than you. I just can't justify it by religion. I see you come out them rich white folks' homes and stole food and then come here and cook it and then want me to say the blessing over it. I don't pray over stolen food. I was 9 years old, man. Out here looking and seeing things. Didn't know what it meant. Went to church. Heard all the stories. Why would the universal force that gave me everything I have give me hair if it had to be cut off? These little eyelashes have never been put where your feet is. But we're so busy into the, and this is what's going to change stuff. And some of y'all got it, don't not even know what you're putting out there. But there's people out there been listening.
Well, definitely. I mean, I watch our talks many a time, and every time I see something new, as I evolve, as my consciousness evolves, I hear even more truth.
Yeah.
So, but help me, help us come out of the dark. How
you supposed to come out there? You own a Rolls Royce. I'm on welfare, nigga. Don't ask me. Well, I haven't got a Rolls Royce. You have to stop. Y'all keep talking, huh? You keep talking, man, and you shut the fuck up, huh? Cause the next thing you don't know. Huh? A Rolls Royce. You got. I got a used Chevy. So why you gonna sit and compare yours to mine and wonder why I haven't got one? Everything the universe want me to have, I got the same thing Queen Elizabeth got. Huh? I got the same thing. You see, the universe made women, and men made queens. The universe made men, and men made kings. The difference between a woman and a queen and a man and a king is the way you wrap the gift. So I see your sister, I say, hey baby, you sure mellow, wow. So to convince her I love her, I go buy her a gift. I go to Target. But on the way back, I stop at Saks Fifth Avenue, and get them to put Saks Fifth Avenue tags in. I go by Neiman Marcus and get them to gift wrap it. Oh, he loves me. Huh? See how it works? See how it works? And so we give them special power to oversee us. Hmm? And that's about to change now because there's a new set of people. You know, one of the interesting stories about the guy that put an airline company together that embarrassed all the other airlines is JetBlue. He didn't believe in hiring nobody out of college. And the thing took off so fast, he had to go on the stock market to get money. That fast. So now he had to have a board of directors. He didn't own it no more. He got stock, cash, but when you're dealing with other people's money. So they asked him some questions, said, well, we can't use, so they fired him. Now in firing him, they had to give him X $1 billion worth of stock, cash. He's still with the company, but he don't make decisions. So then he ended up opening up PayPal. PayPal. Now how you gonna figure out something if you don't know that? You do the same thing my ignorant, leave it alone. So now he has the #1 airline company in the world in South America. Here's what he figured out. If you lived in South America, the roads are raggedy. The airports is caving in. So your father and mother live 80 miles from you. You see them once every 3 years. Then he came in with that JetBlue mentality and fixed them planes, made them larger. So now you can go visit your father every week for $30 round trip. See, you got to let shit go. Huh? They can go anytime they want now. Huh? And come back. This is the new thinking out here now. Okay, so you can't come with old shit and work. That's over.
Right. You said in one of our previous interviews, the dawning of New Age.
Yeah. So when you sit and keep your mouth shut, and you look at all them folks in Silicon Valley, that's a new group of thinkers. Those are what they call Indigo children. They go out there broke. 2 years, they're billionaires. Billionaires. And they keep going. Some of them is government stuff. You know, I never believed in the woman that wrote Harry Potter. You stupid. She's in a home for poor folks. She's on welfare. And she writes a book that gives her billions of dollars? Please. Please. And then one day, the Japanese found out the hard way what a lot of us knew. Children start falling dead in the movies. And they realize that's mind control. It's just so simple. She did all that on welfare? No, somebody give it to her so they'll trust her. Nobody would trust. And so, consequently, when you look at the human body, when I was a little boy, I'm 85 this year, I was a little boy, I used to hear old men, you know, call their testicles two below. Two below. So if somebody come out and ask most folks what are two, you try to figure it out, you don't know. The sperms live at a temperature two below your body's temperature. Simple. But not simple when ignorant folks are trying to figure it out. And so in the summertime, the testicles swing down. That's why the Arabs wear the baggy pants. In the wintertime, they swing up. If you go home today and get in the bathtub and tell somebody to turn the hot water on, you see your testicles hang down. You say turn the cold water on, you see them pull up. So when the Germans came out with the jockey shorts, that's to sterilize you. Okay? If you look at a baseball game, you see the player and they go down and touch their testicles. They feel something, they don't know what it is. They got a jock strap on, and that's a violation. The universe fixed it so those sperms will live at a body temperature 2 degrees below the body temperature. So in the old days when they made trucks, the reason truck drivers couldn't have children because they put the engine under the seat. Kills the sperms.
Wow. Well, just going back to Indigo children again. You know, so it's a dawning of a new era. It's a new level of consciousness that this next generation has.
1985, they started being born. IQs of 200. If you and your wife had an indigo child, while y'all sleep, they traveling at night to other planets. In the black community, most of them end up getting killed because the ignorance that we have, that because of oppression, I can't stand a child talking a certain way. So we take them to doctors, they put them on Ritalin, and they end up dead.
Well, that bears a question. So, do human beings have certain abilities that science cannot ascribe?
I wouldn't know.
Okay.
The planet's been here for billions of years.
Okay.
I wouldn't know.
But, like, how is it that man is able to cross certain boundaries? Like, you know, one of the, like, just breaking through in technology, breaking through in this. Is it collective thought? Is it spiritual thought?
I don't know. You ask a scientist that. See, the problem with y'all try to answer them. What you left out is the trillions of dollars that was spent to move them to that level. Okay. What's it cost to go to Howard University compared to what it cost to MIT? What kind of test you take to get in MIT? Compared to what you take to get in other schools. Howard University is probably the #1 black institution on the planet and the most money. But Howard University, named after a white general, General Howard, that became famous for killing Indian children. So what are you going to? Spelman, the #1 black woman school on the planet, named after Rockefeller's mama. Named after Rockefeller's mama. And the sad part about most of y'all don't know that. If you shut up, say, wait a minute. You know, what did she do? What's her claim to fame? It's that simple. Then you look her up and you find out who she is. Can you imagine a Jew naming one of their #1 institutions after Hitler's mama? And so when you stop and you think, oh, it's here. Here, you was born with it. Well, I need somebody to tell me I am somebody, because I don't know I am. You got here the same way I got here. I got here the same way he got here. We got here the same way Queen Elizabeth got here. A penis goes into a vagina and it ejaculates 500 million sperms. And the one responsible for you and me and him and Queen Elizabeth outran 500 million sperms and got there first. Didn't no one sperm come out and slowly stroll up the fallopian tubes. If you said, man, we're going to dinner tonight, it's 500 million restaurants here, I'm gonna take you to the best one, I know I'm in for a good meal. Now, let's go back. When the ejaculation starts, the sperms now come out the testicles, come through the prostate, and that's where they get their electrical charge. Before then, they're just laying dormant. And then it comes down, and so, because I live in a system, well, white boy done took my manhood, So that's why when I'm having sex with my woman, I want her to yell and holler, and I'm trying to get my manhood back. And that wasn't meant for that. Get it, daddy? Black man is the only man, American black, the only black man on the planet talk about good pussy. What the fuck is good pussy, nigga? What's good pussy? Mildred got some good pussy. Well, she's into her 5th husband. 4 of them didn't think it was that good. What do you know about Mildred that they don't know? So then you start saying, wait, something's not right. In America, black men is 4%. 82% of prostate cancer death in America is black men. Hey, wait a minute. I live in a country almost 500 million people, and I'm 4%, but 82% of cancer, prostate cancer death? Nobody thinks about that. Nobody thinks about that. Why? Because I'm having sex to have fun and get a manhood back. The universe gave me that to produce another God. We're the only man on the planet, a black American man, that call our black woman strong. You're strong, sister. But call your car beautiful. And I don't think it's no accident a cop will shoot your mama, your dad, your baby in the head 40 times, but won't shoot your car. Because it feels something that comes over you. that would not let that happen.
The reason why Donald Trump is where he's at, if we relate it to film, I think there's some films people need to see that point to the danger of why Donald Trump is so important with his cult of personality.
What makes me mad is all the gangbangers, right? Mm-hmm. All the gangbangers that are supposed to be banging and shit. Okay, the cops are killing us. Why aren't you shooting at them for us? What happened, gangbangers? All of a sudden they at home and shit. Motherfuckers are at home. We're all these tough gangbangers. We need you. Hello. Hey man, the Italians got mafia. Like the Italians, you know what I love about the mafia, the Italians? They protect their neighborhoods. They protect their neighborhoods. They protect their people. We're the only motherfuckers that have no mafia. Black people don't got a mafia. We can't even organize crime.